What's up, guys? We're back at it again with another video. It's another 3-minute Thursday, and today we'll be talking about vector functions. Mr. Andy, what is a vector function? Now, what is a vector function? A vector function is pretty much a function with an output that is just a set of vectors. With that being the domain is a set of real numbers as well. In this direct function, we will be inputting a variable which is t into our function. Now, each part of the function is going to include small bits and pieces. Those bits and pieces of that specific function, or this vector, is going to be called component functions. In this specific course, typically we would input one real number, and then the output we get from the vector will be a 3D vector. The equation for the line, for any specific line, is going to be in vector form. So when we input t, it's going to be a different form that looks like this. Essentially, we input t, and then we get f of t, comma g of t, comma h of t, which altogether gives you something called a space curve. Mr. Andy, what's a space curve? Which is pretty much a line or a curve that is seen through 3D space. Here's what happens when you try to sketch the graph of the following vector function. Now, remember that a function is still, or a vector function is pretty much still just a line. And if we rewrite it in a way that makes it easier for us to learn, it makes it a lot easier for you as well to pretty much draw that graph. So when you're in this form, you can see that the equation of the line goes through the point 2, comma negative 1, comma 3, and it's also parallel to another vector, which is at negative 4, comma 5, comma 1. So here's what the vector is supposed to look like at the end. It's going to be a three-dimensional graph where you're not bounded by just x and y. You're going to have components of z as well, which makes it three-dimensional.